Wimbos, 24s. That's how all my partners roll. Dun, dun, dun. If y'all know who does that, put in the comments. Anyway, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Sharon, aka the Melanin Nostalgic Runner. I'm pretty sure I got some of the words of that wrong, but it's called 24s. And the reason why I was singing that is we are doing Get Fit With Me series yoga edition, and we're still doing this challenge, and we are at day 24. Yes. Won't we do it? Won't he do it? Won't he do it? We got 6 more days of this challenge. Well, after this will be 5 more days. We're getting there. We are finally getting there. Anyway, with day 24, we are at ability. So we're back at the A. Did you just see the correlation I just did there? That's a subtle hint of who did 24. They're from the A. Anyway, but we are at ability. And what we're doing today is splits pose. I'll be honest with you, I'm not going to hold you. I'm a little worried about this one because your girl has never been flexible when it's come to the splits of it all, ever in life, not even as a kid. You know how some kids are flexible as a child? My mom always outdid me when it came to the flexibility in all of my life, okay? Your girl's not flexible. I'm just not. So I do yoga so I don't break myself because of my lack of flexibility. But that's kind of the other reason why, I have this channel. But anyway, and I know plenty of people can relate, especially people who do yoga or try to do yoga. I don't want you... I know for a while I was intimidated by doing yoga because I always felt like I was going to be the stiffest one in the practice, especially when I used to go to yoga studios. And I promise you, it's never been that. There's always going to be someone who might be a little bit more stiff than you. And at the end of the day, also, who cares? No one is looking at you when you're doing yoga. When you go to a yoga studio, everyone's too much in their own head trying to do what they need to do. So, and also it's called a practice for a reason. There's that. But anyway, without further ado, I'm not going to hold you. I'm not going to keep on rambling. Let's get to it. So we're going to start today's practice a little bit differently. We're starting our practice in Shavasana pose. And then from there, we're going to then put our knees against our chest and give ourselves a big squeeze. And then from there, we're going to do a supine twist on both sides to get ourselves warmed up. And then we will eventually make our way back to a seated position to go into a tabletop position. From the tabletop position, we are making our way into a lizard pose. We're going to be doing that lizard pose on both sides. We're going to be kind of doing a bounce. Don't bounce too hard because all we're doing is just trying to get ourselves warmed up for that split pose. But we're basically just trying to stretch out our hips and all those areas that are normally tight to get us started. And again, we're doing this on both sides. From there, we're going to make our way to the extended child's pose. And then once we are in the extended child's pose, we're going to make our way to our first downward facing dog of the practice. And after the downward facing dog, we are going to make our way in a forward lunge on each side at some point. But along with the sequence of going into the forward lunge, we will also do the reverse where we stretch our hamstrings, so like a mini split, I guess is what she calls it. And then from that mini split, we will then transition over to a basically a pigeon pose on each side. But again, all this is part of one sequence, so we're going to be doing this whole entire sequence that I mentioned on both sides. And in between the sequence of both sides, we will be back at a downward facing dog. After we have completed that sequence of both sides, and I did forget to mention there was also a triangle pose in this sequence. We are going to end up at downward facing dog again, and then we're going to do a similar sequence again. The only difference is it's going to be the lunge into a split, the half split into as far down of a full split you can go to, and you want to do this on both sides. I went as far as I can go, and I kind of use my hands and arms to keep me from injuring myself and kind of utilize that. Again, if you can't go that far, I definitely would not recommend doing what I did, but I was pleasantly surprised how far I was able to get into the splits. And from there, we're going to be doing this sequence on each side, of course. Completing this sequence on both sides, we are then going to make our way into a child's pose versus an extended child's pose or a regular child's pose. And then we are going to end up in a seated position where we windshield wiper our legs and basically try to recover from doing the splits. And I also did forget to mention, in between the splits on each side, we did do kind of like a stretch where we moved our hips around so that, of course, keeping ourselves loose. And from there, this basically does kind of conclude the practice. We end up where we are either doing a Shavasana, aka corpse pose, or we do a meditation pose, and I opted for the meditation pose. Hey, so that, hold on, this lighting, okay, better. Oh my gosh, perfect actually. Anyway, that concludes the practice for today. How I would rate the video, that was exactly what I needed to get this weekend going. Because for me, it's Saturday. This probably won't be posted until like Monday, but hey, hopefully it gets you through the Monday, right? But anyway, how I rate the video, I'm gonna rate it a 9. It was way better than I thought it was gonna be. I thought I was gonna injure myself. I'm not even gonna lie. And the funny thing is, if you check out her video, go to her video directly, she actually does say a disclaimer like, girl, like, hey, don't try to overdo it. It's to get you ready for splits, but don't try to overdo it. But I was proud of myself. I got a little bit further down than I thought I could. I don't even think I got that far when I was a kid trying to do the splits. Or it was about the same. But given how old I am now and the fact that I was able to do that and I didn't feel like I pulled anything, it just felt good. It felt like a great stretch. I might have to, run that back and go back to that practice more than once to maybe work myself into being able to finally do splits, because I think I can actually do that. But I'll probably have to tone it down on the strength training and things that make my hamstrings tight, which is everything I do or outside of like yoga. Yeah, we'll see. But anyway, I definitely enjoyed the practice. We all saw Whisper joined in this time. The one yesterday, she was not feeling it. But this one, she was like, yeah, I was a little worried she was going to help me become injured, though. I will say that, because the way she popped up and tried to get into practice right while I'm trying to do splits, I'm like, ma'am, if I can't take care of you, I don't know who will. So you might want to relax on that. But anyway, I did enjoy the practice. The practice was very, very good. But I hope you guys end up having a great weekend, or had a great weekend, because by the time this will be on, the tubes of the YouTube streets, it will be a Monday. But hopefully you guys have a good weekend. I have quite a few things planned for the weekend. I'm actually now having to hurry up, eat lunch. I have a block party I'm supposed to be at like right now. We're not going to get there right away. This is starting time, so I don't like to get places right when they start. I like to mosey on in, especially when it's a party. Early birds lose the worm, so it's just kind of like I like to shimmy on in there, like later on. But I do have a block party I'm going to, because it's block party season, and besides that, I have a long run I'm going to try to do this weekend. And if I don't get that in, it's not the end of the world, because I also have taken the steps to self-care myself. This has been for me, and hopefully you guys are on the same kind of time. And I think I've mentioned this in multiple videos. This has been the year of, if I don't take care of myself, I don't know who else will. Okay, so when it comes to self-care of it all, I've been doing that. I've been trying to work on not feeling guilty taking time off work. You know what? When your girl needs a break, your girl needs a break. And especially for how hard I work, and I'm doing this now too, this whole thing. So I have a massage planned for Monday, and I'm so excited because I haven't had a massage since February. And for me, that's Foreverland. But that used to be something, that had to be something that I had to cut from the budget of splurging, because I used to I tell you, a girl used to get a massage once a month, especially when I was training for marathons and running my times, like running for speed. In order to maintain that, you either got to be really good at stretching, which I never have been, so that's why I do yoga. Which isn't enough, and go get a massage or adjustment or something. So that used to be like my thing I did all the time, but now it's just like every once in a blue moon. And I think I mentioned in a couple other videos, I still have this knot that this is much better. I can do this finally, but it still don't feel right. So I need, hopefully the last bits will help loosen it out completely where it's gone, and things will be so much easier. So yeah, that's what I have planned. And I also have a 5-day weekend planned during like the week of 4th of July, that time frame, because I couldn't do that during Juneteenth, during the time where I actually really feel independent. But hey, we got in when we're getting in where we get in, because 4th of July is on Tuesday, and who does that? So we're going to have Monday off by default, and we're taking Friday off. And I even told everyone at work that's what's going down. So hey, anyway, I just want to give you a little tea, because sometimes I just like to share with you guys what's going on with your girl. But anyway, please like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you get anything out of the content. And by the way, definitely check out Black Yogi with Nico Marie, because like I said, the video is given when needs be gave. And that one was like, you can tell that was an energy booster, because I have so much energy from doing that one. It did what it needed to do. But anyway, it's your girl Sharon, aka the Melanin Nostalgic Runner. And yeah, I will see you next time. Bye.